Hi, this is Mardy once again and welcome to my channel. Hello mga kaistorya! Welcome back to At Home with Mardy. This February, we continue a serious and reflective journey, one that looks closely at extraordinary personalities whose lives shook the world. Not always because they were perfect, but because their choices, convictions, and compassion left marks that history can't erase. These are stories that challenge us to ask hard questions. What does real service look like? What does faith look like in action? And what does it mean to care for people the world often ignores? For today's vlog, we turn our attention to Mother Teresa, a woman whose name became synonymous with charity, humility, and devotion. From humble beginnings, she followed a calling that led her far from comfort and into the hardest corners of human suffering. She became known for walking alongside the sick, the poor, and the dying, people many would rather not see, not touch, not even think about. But her story is not only one of admiration, it's also one that invites reflection, because when a person becomes a global symbol, the world doesn't just celebrate them, it also questions them. Mother Teresa's life has been praised as a model of selfless love and debated by critics who challenge her methods, her messaging, and the systems around her work. And that's exactly why her story matters, because whether you see her as a saintly figure of compassion or as a complex leader whose legacy deserves scrutiny, her life forces us to confront something uncomfortable: the reality of suffering and the responsibility of those who choose to respond to it. This February, we share this story not to idolize blindly and not to tear down carelessly, but to understand, to remember, and to take the lesson that matters most. That real impact is measured not by fame, but by the lives touched when nobody else was willing to show up. So now mga kaistorya, let's look deeper into the woman behind the legend and the legacy the world still wrestles with today. Here are 7 real facts about Mother Teresa. Number 1, her birth name wasn't Teresa. Long before the world knew her as Mother Teresa, Teresa wasn't even her name. Ipinanganak siya bilang Agnes Gonch Boiachiu noong August 26, 1910 sa Skopje, isang city na noon ay sakupan ng Ottoman Empire. It's a small detail but a powerful one. The name history remembers was a name she chose later, as her life moved from an ordinary beginning into an extraordinary mission. Number 2, she left home as a teenager to become a nun. Teenager pa lang siya nang gumawa siya ng desisyong kayang baguhin ang buong buhay. Habang karamihan sa ka-age niya ay iniisip pa ang school, friends at future na malapit sa bahay, si Mother Teresa naman ramdam na yung tawag sa mas malaki, yung calling na kailangan mong iwan ang lahat ng pamilyar. Pagdating niya ng 18, she stepped into that calling and joined the Sisters of Loreto. It wasn't a dramatic, movie-style moment, more like a quiet choice with a heavy cost. Goodbye to home, goodbye to the life she could have had, and hello to a path built on faith, discipline, and service. And then came the distance. Kalaunan, pumunta siya sa India. At doon naging mas hands-on ang mission niya. Teaching, paggabay sa mga estudyante, at araw-araw na trabaho bilang missionary educator. Bago pa man siya makilala ng buong mundo, hinuhubog na siya ng mga classroom at komunidad. Isang ordinaryong araw ng serbisyo pagkatapos ng isa pa hanggang sa unti-unting mabuo ang isang extraordinary na kwento. Number 3, in 1946, she described a call within a call. Noong 1946, may biglang nag-shift sa loob ni Mother Teresa. Hindi yung tipong bigla ang desisyon na parang impulsive, kundi parang mahina pero matigas na boses na ayaw tumigil. Later on, tinawag niya itong call within a call. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na nawala ang faith niya sa convent life. Ang nangyari habang nasa prayers at daily routine siya, may mas malalim at mas matalim na hatak. Parang inner command na nagsasabing, lumabas ka sa comfort at safety ng convent at lumapit sa mga taong halos wala nang matakbuhan. Ang pinakamahirap, ang may sakit, ang nakakalimutan ng mundo. Imagine mo yung bigat nun. A life already dedicated to faith, and then a second calling arrives, asking for more courage, more sacrifice, more direct contact with suffering. Para sa kanya, hindi lang ito simpleng inspirasyon. Parang misyon talaga siya na may malinaw na direksyon. Puntahan sila, pagsilbihan sila, manatili sa tabi nila. Number 4, she founded the Missionaries of Charity in 1950. In 1950, Mother Teresa finally gave a name and a home to the mission that had been growing in her heart. Yung nagsimula lang sana bilang simpleng desire na lumapit sa mga naghihirap, naging isang bagong community na may malinaw na purpose. Pumunta sa mga lugar na ayaw puntahan ng iba at manatili sa tabi ng mga taong iniiwasan ng mundo. Sa taong yon, itinatag niya ang Missionaries of Charity, officially established no October 7, 1950 sa Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Calcutta. At mula pa lang sa simula, nakilala na agad ang kongregasyon sa isang linya na walang paligoy-ligoy, ang meaning paglilingkod sa poorest of the poor. At dito siya naging unforgettable. This wasn't charity from a distance, it was a life chosen on purpose, to live among the poor, to care for the sick and abandoned, and to treat the most overlooked lives as if they mattered most. Number 5, she opened a home for the dying in 1952. In 1952, nakita na ni Mother Teresa yung bagay na madalas binabaliwala ng mundo. Mga taong nasa dulo na ang buhay. Walang pamilya, walang higaan, at walang lugar para maalagaan. At hindi niya matanggap na ang pinakamahihirap ay namamatay na parang invisible, sa kalsada, sa sakit at parang walang halaga. Kaya sa Kolkata, nagbuka siya ng isang lugar na parang may dalang pangako ang pangalan, Nirmal Hriday o Home for the Pure of Heart. Hindi ito itinayo para gamutin ang hindi na kayang gamutin. Itinayo ito para gawin ang mas mahalagang bagay bilang tao. Tanggapin ang mga naghikahos at terminally ill. Hugasan, pakainin, alalayan, hawakan ng kamay at hayaan silang magpaalam sa mundo ng may dignidad. Hindi iniwan, hindi pinabayaan at hindi tinuring na mas mababa kaysa ibang tao. Number 6, she won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979. Noong 1979, parang humabol na rin ang atensyon ng buong mundo sa mga tahimik na gawaing matagal nang ginagawa ni Mother Teresa. Nang matanggap niya ang Nobel Peace Prize, hindi siya nagmukhang personal victory lang. Mas ramdam na parang tumigil sandali ang mundo para harapin yung suffering na matagal na niyang pinipilit ipakita, na hindi dapat baliwalain at hindi dapat itago. At hindi nagtapos ang kwento sa medal o sa ceremony. Sa Nobel Prize website, nakapreserve ang record ng award at pati ang mismong mga salita niya. Ang acceptance speech, remarks na ibinigay niya noong December 10, 1979 sa Oslo. Doon niya ipinakita na ang peace hindi lang malaking political idea, kundi isang bagay na pinapatunayan sa araw-araw sa pamamagitan ng pagmamahal, malasakit at pag-aalaga sa mga taong pinaka-nakakalimutan ng mundo. And number 7, she died in 1997 and was later declared a saint. Noong 1997, yung mahabang lakbay ng serbisyo niya ay natapos sa tahimik na paraan. Namatay si Mother Teresa noong September 5, 1997 sa Kolkata, yung parihong lungsod kung saan nagsimula at tumibay ang misyon niya para sa mga taong madalas makalimutan ng mundo. But her story didn't end there. A few years later, the church formally began recognizing what millions already believe they had witnessed, a life marked by extraordinary devotion. In 2003, siya ay beatified ni Pope John Paul II at noong September 4, 2016, siya naman ay canonized ni Pope Francis sa Vatican City. Isang opisyal na deklarasyon na yung babaeng kilala sa paglilingkod sa pinakamahirap ay kinilala na ngayon ng buong simbahan bilang isang santo. So there you have it, 7 real facts that reminds us Mother Teresa wasn't a legend made overnight. She was a real person who made one brave choice after another, leaving home young, following a call within a call, building the missionaries of charity, opening a home for the dying, and turning compassion into something people could actually feel, not in speeches, but in the way she stayed when others walk away. And maybe that's the hardest truth to sit with. Her story isn't just about what she did, it's about what her life asks from us. Because it's easy to admire someone from a distance, but it's different when the lesson starts pointing back at your own choices. So here's my question for you. Which of the 7 real facts hit you the most and why? Was it her call within a call? Her work with the poorest of the poor, or the way she chose dignity for the dying when the world chose to look away? Comment down below. I really want to read your thoughts. If this story gave you a lesson or inspired you, like this video, share it to someone who needs a reminder that kindness still matters. And don't forget to subscribe for more real, inspiring, and educational stories only here on At Home with Mardy. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Daghang salamat! Before we wrap up today's vlog, I want to leave you with an inspiring thought from Dolores Del Rio. Take care of your inner spiritual beauty that will reflect in your face.